Hi everybody, how's it going? My name is John and I am a first year student currently in the PT program. With this video, I am just wanting to give some tips that I used throughout my first fall semester of PT school, just to kind of help you guys, not only in just our anatomy course, but maybe just things that can be passed off to other courses as well. First and foremost, starting off with our anatomy course, it's a huge class. We do go over a lot of material in 16 weeks, and it really does feel like the material comes very fast, so it takes a lot to stay on top of it and make sure that you are keeping up with the information. So the biggest thing that helped for me was watching the lecture and supplemental lab videos multiple times through. The lecture videos are obviously important for getting the main material that's going to be on your lecture exams, but Dr. Garcia has also provided us with some supplemental lab content that goes completely over the items that are listed in your structure list. So when you take this course and you go and see the reading guides for your structure list and your clinical correlates, be sure to go and watch those lab videos, because she goes through each individual item on the supplemental lab videos. That'll really help you prepare not only for your lab exam, but also help tie in lecture content as well. Another thing that Dr. Garcia will show you guys is how to download the Adobe Acrobat Reader. This is a app that you can download to your laptop, and when you do download that, anytime you download lecture or lab material, Dr. Garcia will have little accessibility notes that you can read in the supplemental lab videos or lecture videos. And what I do with those is I usually take those and write those down as my notes in a notebook. Those little accessibility notes have the exact information that Dr. Garcia is wanting you to be responsible for, because there's a lot of information that Dr. Garcia talks about that may not necessarily apply to the exam, but is just used for giving you all the information that is needed. So that is something I would recommend downloading, is that Adobe Acrobat Reader, and Dr. Garcia will explain that to you. Another thing that I found really helpful was creating flashcards. I created flashcards for every section that we went over in the semester. Particularly the flashcards really helped with OINA content. So OINA stands for origin, insertion, innervation, and action. Anytime that we go over a muscle, we're talking about OINAs. So just designing flashcards that can give you that continual re-education on those is going to be huge in helping you in this class. As far as the textbook goes, it's a very hefty textbook. I would say only read the textbook as needed. Now, the one thing, if you are a textbook reader, by all means go ahead and read the textbook, but the only reason that I found the textbook to be helpful was reading the blue box correlates. So the blue box correlates are what is the application of the lecture material that we're using. So this is like providing us with like diagnoses, like common injuries that we'll see, common illnesses. So these are some things Dr. Garcia likes to pull and provide application questions from on our exams. So really taking the time to go through those blue box correlates, and specifically the ones that she talks about in her lecture. Towards the end of each lecture, she will highlight some blue box correlates. So making sure that you're focusing on those more than anything is going to be very, very helpful in your success in this class. Dr. Garcia also offered Zoom sessions for us throughout the semester. So on Mondays, she would meet with us for an hour, and basically that was just a free tutoring session. She would allow us to ask any questions of things that we were struggling with. We would go over some supplemental content. There are a whole bunch of extra resources that you can use to help the understanding of the material in this class. So taking advantage of those opportunities can be very, very helpful, because it's almost a free one-on-one tutoring session with you and a couple other classmates. Dr. Garcia also provides extra credit opportunities. this currently being one of them, which is the reason why I'm doing this video, as well as designing your own study tools that can be passed on. So as you get through the semester, you'll find more extra credit opportunities, even in dissection challenges, so be sure to take advantage of those. Now, outside of just anatomy, some things that were important for me for just overall success in this first semester was learning to study with a group. In undergrad, I was the person who just only wanted to study by myself. I never felt like I needed to study with a group, but it's not that way in grad school. Finding a good group of people who can help you grow as a student and as a future healthcare professional is so important. You're not going to know everything, so it's important that you surround yourself with people who, you know, do know things maybe a little better. Everyone's going to have their gifts and their talents for what they can understand best, so it's just important that you surround yourselves with the right kinds of people, because unfortunately it's no longer a solo act here in grad school. At this point, everybody is in PT school, so it's no longer a competition. We might as well help each other out, because we're all going to be earning the same degree and working in the same profession someday. Another thing that I think is more important than anything is making time for yourself. While we spend a lot of our time just studying and sitting with our faces in textbooks or behind computers, making time for yourself to go work out, go hang out with your friends, go join an intramural league, or, you know, go and watch a couple episodes of a show is so incredibly important for giving you a break from all the information that you're learning. It's important that it's not just an entirely filled day with just only school. Make sure to make time for yourself to go out and do fun things, because that's going to be important for helping keep that balance in grad school, and will help us ultimately help keep our balance when we work in our profession someday. So those are some organization and time management tips that I felt very helpful for my first semester of grad school, and I really hope these help you guys in your future success. Take care, everybody.